Happy Halloween! We're totally not dressed for Halloween, by the way. This is like no effort Halloween. What's up? It's Mister Young.
And it's foreign in the building. Bro, Halloween is like my favorite time of the year, bro. Mr.
Is
Young.
it really? Is it because your birthday is nearby?
Yeah, like, because of my birthday, like, not really because of Halloween, like. Screw Halloween, bro. No, just kidding. No. I like it. I've always had an affinity with Halloween. I think maybe because, like, yeah, birthday is one thing, but I think it's the only time of the year, right, where I feel like people can make an excuse to just dress the way that they want. And then they can validate it by saying, no lah, I'm just dressed up as a paper bag. I just feel like a paper bag this year. You know what I mean?
A paper, right? Okay, let the inner freak out, as it were.
Yeah.
We're all among friends here. You can freely admit, girlfriend not listening. It's because of the sexy cat outfits and the sexy police officer outfits and the sexy nurse outfits, right? Everything. Put a sexy in front can already becomes a Halloween costume for some reason.
I mean, maybe for the ladies it's easier lah. They don't have to think of what to wear. They just have to make it sexy, right? but for the guys, right? I don't know. We have to make it
effort.
There must be effort. There must be a double entendre. There must be a thoughtful process behind it.
No,
it's too much, bro. It's too much.
No, bro. I just put on a scary mask and put on fake blood. That's it. I'm good to go. Zero
you
effort.
Have the blood. You gotta have the blood.
But you know what I noticed is really, really funny as well? Like, I don't know when you were younger. I mean, you're still a young man, obviously. But when I was younger, in my clubbing days, Halloween meant dressing up to go to the club. Halloween parties, right?
Yeah.
In my 40s, Halloween means Halloween yoga.
Oh my god.
you don't. So, I mean, like, someone like me, like my wife, we still want to go out and have fun. We want to dress up.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go to the club. But we are going to yoga. And, the fine folk at a lot of yoga studios, they're like, all right, come dress. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get in the spirit, pun intended, of things. So, yeah, that's what you have to look forward to in your 40s, bro.
Awesome, bro. You know what? I'll start early, lah, bro. I'll remember you told me in your early 30s, you suddenly had this mindset shift. You want to become like a Fitspo.
Sure.
I'm getting there really, really soon, lah, bro.
So is that your costume? You are NBA player now. That's your Halloween costume.
Yeah, bro. It's either NBA or football player, man. It's just either two, lah. Very easy to get me birthday gifts also. You just buy anything football, wrestling related. I'm done.
Hold on. What jersey are you wearing?
Oh,
I
damn,
can't.
bro.
I don't recognize it because is it Brooklyn Nets?
Let me lift it up. Yeah,
there you go, Brooklyn Nets. Wait.
I got Simmons. I got Russell Simmons on my back.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I had to throw it back to wrestling. Not gonna lie.
Of course, I only got to feed it all back to wrestling, right?
Hell yeah.
But one thing I wanted to ask you, bro, like Halloween. You said you did Halloween yoga, right, bro? But then for you, did you have like any Halloween flashbacks of wrestling during Halloween? Because I suddenly I don't know whether YouTube, the algorithm or TikTok is like flooding it in, right? All these Halloween related wrestling content. But I've been seeing a lot of Halloween stuff, whether it's Halloween Havoc, stuff from the past, and even like some AEW team matches with Halloween. So it's a very fun time of the year, I would say.
The algorithm knows we are in the mood for spooks and scares and dressing up. Then again, you talk about AEW, right? They are Halloween all year round. They are dressing up, cosplaying as wrestlers because they're not real wrestlers. But that's a different conversation altogether.
We're gonna start there.
I guess we're gonna start there, and I guess we're gonna start with the fact that MJF and Kenny Omega had a banger of a match that nobody watched. I mean, okay lah, not nobody. I'm being, very exaggerating here. But what? Okay. Please try to justify this to me, bro. Justify the pay-per-view match. For all intents and purposes. And it's not like they are at the start of their career. It's not like a Rock and Triple H at the Intercontinental level. This is not it, no? They are at as main a level as they can get right now. And they're main eventing Collision? First time match? What's going on? Justify this to me.
First of all, bro, I'm on your side. I'm on your bandwagon because when they announced this match, I flipped a lead. I posted on social media, on our Kick to the Gut, say like, why with no bill at all? Why you do this? And then we had some AEW defenders. I won't say names because I like all of you guys as people.
Sure.
But you all trying to justify it. No, there was a 2-week build. Didn't you all see Dynamite from last week? There was like he brought up the fact that he's gonna overtake his reign soon. He wanted to like put a stop to the reign. I get the storyline justification for why they want to have the match. But clearly, somewhere along the line, somebody realized, hey, actually, this MJF almost gonna beat Kenny Omega. Hey, what Kenny Omega doing? Hey, come on, let's just do this storyline. You know what I mean? That's probably the thought process. I don't think they planned this.
No, I mean, we often call them a billion-dollar indie show, and this is a clear example of what an indie show would do, right? Oh, let's, for the sake of this show, they are literally booking like 2 weeks in advance, or even 1 week in advance, it seems like, right now. And
yeah, for sure.
You cannot, I don't care how much you love the product and whatever. And we've often said this, right? Nothing against the talent there. They have a ton of really, and some really crap ones, but for the most part, a lot of really strong, good talent. It's the way they've been portrayed. They are not being portrayed as big deals, big stars, you know what I mean? And that's what the WWE is doing and has been doing for the past couple of months.
Yeah, I would always argue, right, how Kenny Omega is presented in New Japan makes him a way bigger deal than how he is like in AEW, right?
Absolutely. I mean, okay, and this coming from a guy, right? You probably remember this. The first time I came across Kenny Omega was Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. And like, to your point, the way he was presented, the first time I saw him with the pageantry and the wings and all that bullshit, right? And he was portrayed as a big deal. Right? And then he comes to AEW and, you want to say, oh, he's such a nice guy. He's just, trying to put other people over. You got to put yourself... No, as the booker, Booker of the Year, Tony Khan, he should have said, no, bro, we need you to establish yourself first. Then you start putting people over. Because you can put everybody over right now. It means nothing if you mean nothing to the average fan.
For sure. Like, I remember his first few matches in AEW, I think against Park. Here and there, he was taking losses and he tried to tell the story of how the first year he was building losses before he became like that huge long reigning champion, right? But on hindsight, I felt like that wasn't the right move because I always felt that Kenny Omega is always handicapped for some reason. So it didn't feel that such it was a good idea on hindsight.
And would you agree with me, right? I feel like Kenny Omega is the type of character and personality or image, whatever you want to call it. He's the type that you need to present him as a big deal because he's not going to win people over on the mic live in the ring.
Yeah.
Like he could, like we've seen him cut really good promos backstage, but that's backstage produced, right? Like I feel like he's not like Wyndham Rotunda, for example. Bray Wyatt, he could talk you into buying a match. And he not wrestle a single bit, right? Whereas, I mean, he has the nickname Best Bout Machine for a reason. He's exciting to watch. So, in fact, I would say, right, he should be that guy that like wrestles the Roman Reigns schedule once in a while, the Brock Lesnar schedule. Come in, do crazy shit, do your 1 million flips, whatever, and like make it a big deal and then disappear for a while. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I feel like, again, we are talking about Kenny Omega on the singular, right? Honestly, separating him from the Young Bucks, I think is still the best way to present him. Present him as the main event guy. It's a big deal. Given the connection that he helped build AEW, like talk about all that, but show it. Don't ask him to cut those promos. Get someone to tell that about. I mean, I know no longer the Don Callis is involved with him, but he can still have that mystique. And to talk about Collision, right? Leading into Collision, yes, there wasn't any build, but it's a testament to MJF's name, Kenny Omega's name.
Sure.
I woke up on my bloody birthday and tuned into Collision, bro. For the first time live since CM Punk left.
To see this
match. Yes, to see this match.
Did it live up to the billing, to you?
To be fair,
I mean, it's a Collision main event, so I mean, technically anything could live up to that.
Okay, well, nothing else on the show caught my attention, or I could remember it even now. Like I didn't care for the rest of the show. But the match itself, this match, it was given half an hour. So like from 10:30 to 11, they really gave them time. And I gotta say this, bro. I think this is credit to MJF.
Okay.
MJF created, I do not know why, but I felt like Kenny Omega sold way more during this match. I felt stakes. I felt them starting slow. They wrestled, they chain wrestled, they built up the momentum. There wasn't any crazy dives until probably like 10 minutes in. And even MJF, maybe he also kind of like molded his wrestling after Kenny Omega. So when Kenny Omega did the crazy dive, like the running dive off the ring into on the floor. MJF wanted to match him. You know what? If you can do that, you know what? I can also do flippy shit. So he actually did a running backflip moonsault onto Kenny Omega that looked like he almost killed him. It was hilarious. But the point is, right, I felt like in this regard, there was justification for doing that move because Kenny Omega was being outsmarted on the, like, what do you call it? Like in terms of mat wrestling, in terms of like in the ring. And then, so that's why Kenny Omega had to break out his like high flying move to get the advantage. And then MJF psychology being like, oh, you know what? You think I can only beat you in the ring on the mat? I'm going to show you that I can outfly you as well. You know what I mean? So
would you say that MJF led this match?
Yes
or
and
do you
no.
think it's it's a collaboration? Because okay, here's the thing, right? We've seen Kenny Omega have good matches that tell stories before. So it's not that, and we've said this a million times, it's not that we think that, he can only do flippy shit. No, we've never ever said that. It's just that I think it really depends on who he associates with. If he has matches with the Bucks, with the Lucha guys, and whatnot, he'll go all out and do all this flippy shit, right?
Yep.
And not bother to tell the story. But when he's going up against someone like MJF, who's a lot more of a cerebral guy, he loves wrestling, he can milk the crowd, right?
Yeah, I put him in the same category as Darby Allin. Why I say that, right? Darby Allin, with the right opponent, compelling match, right? But with his flippy shit friends,
oh boy,
yeah, you get what I mean.
Exactly, right? And that's the other thing too. Like you talk about, and I want to go back to a word you said. Don't just say it, show it. I think that is one of the main problems that AEW has as well. Like they love to say, "Oh, this person's accolades, this winning streak, all that kind of stuff," right? I don't know why. When you said that, I thought of Secret Invasion. I know we're going off on a little bit of a Marvel tangent here, but I think that one of the main problems with Secret Invasion, and maybe it was because of budget, maybe they blew the budget on this one. I don't know if you heard the stories behind, but we can all agree that Secret Invasion was a massive letdown on Marvel's side, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I watched it, so
given the immense talent of actors like Sam Jackson, of Don Cheadle, that kind of thing, right? Their scenes were amazing, but everything else is just crap. You notice a lot of the things that happened in those shows were talked about and not shown.
I get it.
Yeah. So it's like, all you need is that one scene where somebody dies and blah, blah, blah. Instead, no, they talk about this happening, that. So it becomes a lot of exposition. And once it becomes exposition, it loses its oomph, as opposed to just showing me something bad that happened.
Yeah. I mean, I do not know whether you want to contrast it with Loki. I don't know whether you've been watching it episode to episode.
Don't tell me. I know something big happened the last episode, but I haven't watched it. Don't tell me.
Okay, I ain't gonna tell you shit. Right. But all I can say is Loki shows. It doesn't tell. So,
well, I mean, it goes into his character as well, right? He is a bit of a showman. But that tangent aside, I think because it's all storytelling at the end of the day, right? And AEW needs to tell better stories. And here's the other thing too, like MJF is involved in every freaking feud. Like, what's going on? So you had the Samoa Joe thing. Like, is that still on and off? Not really, They had their blow-off match already. Then you got this Kenny Omega sort of side quest. And then you have the Adam Cole, but that one, he's injured, so you got to move that aside. You got the Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, I mean, just to address John Mouse's comment, yes, Adam Cole's scenario, I think legitimately he has an injury.
Yeah.
They did have to pivot. So I think if they followed the original storyline, it should have been MJF, Adam Cole at full gear, right? It should have been a dissolution of their relationship. Let's be fair here, okay? I'm going to try to put myself in AEW's point of view. I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to do. My assumption is they're trying to make MJF a babyface champion who suddenly realizes that as a champion, he has to fight all comers and everyone's gunning for you at the exact same time. I think they're trying to tell that story, right?
Sure.
And to be fair, the contenders that he is up against, I would say they are legit contenders, right? Kenny Omega aside, we had Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has definitely inserted himself back into the scenario, because if you watch the build-up to the match at Collision, actually Samoa Joe approached MJF backstage. And Samoa Joe was like, hey, I don't see you having any backup. Do you want me to be your insurance policy? I only ask for one thing in return, which I'm going to get anyway. Give me a rematch,
Right.
Yeah, so like, I like that Samoa Joe is toying with him, pretty cool. With Adam Cole is on that side quest with his Kingdom guys. He's injured. I think he's in the background, bopian.
Yep.
JY, technically he's supposed to be the main guy fighting for the title at Full Gear. Be honest, not a fan. I'm not a fan of JY. As in, like, I'm not a fan of how he's being portrayed right now, because his entire storyline is he's just stole the belt from MJF, and he's like wearing it, and the whole point of them is like, oh, I want my belt back. It feels a bit childish, but
wow,
do you realize something else or not? That it's been very funny because of the controversy that came out from Juice Robinson and his coins.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah. Remember when he like say, I want to beat you out with this roll of quarters, and people were like, oh, this is like anti-Semitic, blah blah blah, right? If you realize, AEW actually subtly changed the prop, and now the whole storyline is about the diamond ring. Do you realize that?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they made it okay. Yeah.
They stopped mentioning the quarters. So, okay, at
Smart.
least they pivoted it in a way that's very subtle. Yeah. So that's one good thing. But again, what I'm saying is, like, as great as the match was, Kenny Omega, like, if I sat down and I watch it, I enjoyed this match as much as I enjoyed Andrade versus Bryan Danielson last week, right? You have all these bangers, great. But again, what's missing from Collision is the fact that there's nothing tying it together. Like how CM Punk used to tie everything together when we were watching Collision at the start, right?
Right.
No matter there's a random banger between Buddy Matthews and Andrade, okay, I'm gonna stay for the main event because it's is
a good
CM
match.
Punk.
Yeah.
Correct. It's CM Punk being the main event, but you always have good matches. So it's like how WCW used to work when it was at its best, right? You have the NWO to look forward to at the end of the day, or the Bloodline for Smackdown, and then you have like bangers in between that will surprise you, but you'll still stay and watch the match. Right now, there's no running thread through Collision.
Gee, I wonder why that is, considering they have the best booker of 2023.
Yeah, I'm curious that why Bryan Danielson or Adam Copeland hasn't been inserted in that role. Like, why are there still appearances still few and far between?
So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to save themselves for bigger things because they realize that this is how it works. I honestly have no idea. At this point, right? And,
yeah.
Like, what is Adam Copeland even kind of involved in now?
Well, it's clearly all the Christian Cage stuff.
Right.
But before that, do you manage to watch the match, the MJF and Kenny Omega match?
No, I haven't watched it. I only heard about it. I saw the clips online. That's about it.
All right. So
because here's the thing. I have no doubt that they will have banger matches, right? But this is 2023. I just do not have enough time, and I would rather watch a 5-minute Roman Reigns
promo
segment with LA Knight than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think you are unique in this scenario. I feel like everyone has shorter attention spans these days. And if you truly wanna like enjoy long form half an hour wrestling, you really need to have a free time. And you need to make time for it, right?
Correct.
The gone are the days where I have to sit at this TV at 8 p.m. no matter what. I need to catch this show. You know what I mean?
Okay. So to that point as well, right? Currently, if you look at the entire landscape of pro wrestling, what feud is there, or what? Okay. What matchup is there that is both compelling in terms of storyline and in terms of a match?
Well,
is there? Because I will say this, and we're kind of jumping ahead here, right? As much as I love LA Knight, as much as I want to see somebody like main event Jey Uso, right? I realize something about me. Every time main event Jey Uso or LA Knight is in the ring, I switch off. They don't, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really weird, right? They are not exciting wrestlers to me. They are entertainers, for sure. I would love to see them do a promo or whatever, like a 10-minute sort of run-in thing, whatever. But when it comes to their matches, I'm like, I can just not pay attention anymore, you know?
So just interesting thing. Do you consider The Rock to be an exciting to watch in the ring? Then?
Yes. Even though people consider The Rock, and even back in the day, John Cena, people like that to have limited moves, it's like they were smart enough to know. It's like, how do I say it? They are no Seth Rollins, right?
Yeah.
But they know when to do what to do. They really maximize the impact of each move. They've learned the art of less is more. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the best example. Ringmaster, great technical worker, boring as F. But when he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, punch, stomp, punch, kick, punch, stomp, punch, kick, flip the
Fucking
bird,
Mortal
stunner.
Kombat, bro.
Yeah, that's it. And he was the most over in his entire life. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that says something, doesn't it?
No, it does. It does says a lot. And I feel like, okay, if you want to put it to a modern context, right?
Mm.
To me, the most exciting wrestlers to watch these days, I would say, this is crazy to think, but I think Logan Paul is exciting to watch.
You know
Which
what?
is
It's
weird.
not. I don't think it is crazy because there are so many factors that come into play. And we have to be real with ourselves and say, yes, the fact that he is an engaging character, he's such a douchebag, easy to hate guy, right? And he's athletic as hell. He has the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so he has a great character. He is incredibly athletic in the ring, and he can really catch your attention. He can do crazy stuff, right?
And he's not on the show all the time. So there is like that, oh shit, I haven't seen him in a while.
Versus,
the mystique, yes, versus people we see week after week after week. That's why, like, as much as like I appreciate someone like a Seth Rollins, for example, right? I'm very bored of him as world champion. I'm so bored of him. He's the working man's champion. What does that even mean?
Okay, let me give you a contrast, right? Contrast that Seth Rollins always every week on Raw having matches and you find it boring. I contrast that with someone like Gunther, who's always there. He has his matches, but every match seems so exciting. Why is that difference there?
I think, okay, it's the X factor, it's the aura. He is different, and because of his size, right? You notice he wrestles differently with different people.
Oh, yes. Okay,
In that,
okay.
the smaller guys are, wow, one chop only, the small
They
guys
fly.
explode, they die, right?
Yeah,
But with, for example, versus Bronson Reed, all of a sudden, you know, the dynamic shift. Whereas I feel like Seth keeps going up against the same people, Shinsuke, AJ, you know, and he's gonna have the same matches with them.
Yo, bro, don't worry. I feel that the reason why is because he literally has been having the same matches with Shinsuke in the last couple of months.
No, and the other thing is also, okay, what is his character now?
He's just Elton John rip-off, I guess. I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
I find it very hard to place him or even, I hate that I've soured so much on Seth because I do know that I think he's very talented, but I think it's time for him to go away. Take some time off and then come back as a different character. Because right now, he's not even the architect. He's just literally chant is his gimmick, and then he's wearing like flamboyant stuff, and that's it. Like
to me, that's a cop-out, bro. How can your chant be a gimmick?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly, right? So I'm like, is that all there is to Seth?
Nah, I don't think so. I feel like he needs to go the Cody Rhodes route where, like, you know, Cody Rhodes, at least, yes, he has that very engaging entrance, but, you know, there's a story to him, you know, there's a mystique, there's a history. And I don't know, Seth Rollins has been in WWE long enough to have histories, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the problem with him is like his initial iteration, you know, as that he was the henchman of the authority, and then he became the number one guy there. They didn't have a chance to build. He needs a Roman Reigns size reinvention. I think that's what he needs.
Yeah, you're right. But
yeah.
Or maybe, but obviously the role they see him right now is the guy that's supposed to be bringing prestige to the title, right? Hold it for a long amount of time so that, you know, at least it makes something of the title. There's value to the title now because it's a brand new title if you think about it.
That's true. Okay. I'm not sure whether you want to jump right into Crown Jewel and talk about WWE, but there are some things from AEW I want to like bring up, especially Dynamite last week.
Okay. Before we do that, though, very quickly, hello to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We love you all. Div Royalty, McJohn Miles, HS Lee. It's good to see everybody and everyone who's lurking as well in the chat. We have a Discord. If you didn't already know, go join our Discord. We have a Patreon as well. Thank you so much to our current Patreons and also to those who are considering. We say thank you in advance. Any amount is that is comfortable to you is greatly appreciated by us.
Yeah, just to sweeten the deal, because I've been thinking where should I upload the rest of our Grapple Max interviews? You know, the one that we played last week on our podcast. Yeah, so I was thinking to myself, you know what? As a sweetener for our Patreon members, you know what? I'm just gonna upload it there, lah. So you all who are currently, on our Patreon, you wanna rewatch those things, without seeing our faces reacting to it, like last week, you can watch it in its entirety. I'm gonna upload all our videos, my interviews from last week's Grapple Max Amplify, all on our Patreon. So please, whoever wants to be on the Patreon, enjoy that, right?
Edison, what's up? Edison says he just sent something on Discord. He wants our reaction to it. Wow. Wow.
Wait. What's the reaction? You want to play it live now or what? What's going on?
No, as in, hang on. Are you putting it? Where did you put it? The WWE section or what? What's going on?
Yeah. Tell us exactly where.
Yes, please let us know. Oh my God.
Wait. Tell me
Oh
where.
shit. Okay.
Where is it exactly?
WWE. Should I describe it to you or should I play it on the stream? Oh my God,
I think you should play it on the stream.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Okay, I'm not gonna click on it. I'm gonna wait for you to play it on the screen.
Oh shit, this is too much. Oh, I'm dying. Is there audio on this thing though? Is there audio on this video? Hang on. I have to find it.
Let's try.
Oh, this is ridiculous. So, okay, we're talking about Halloween, right?
Yes, correct.
And then we have I can't find it on this fella's main page. I have to go to the specific link. That means I have to open up my
this
Discord.
a X post, a Twitter post?
Yes, it's an X post. This sounds so weird, by the way. I still cannot get used to X.
Nah, I will never get used to that. I love when people say formerly Twitter.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you just made the name even longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So annoying.
Okay, when did this person post this thing? Today. So it's a very new post. Why is it not showing up?
Okay, you know what? While you play it, I'm just gonna look at it a bit.
Do we really want to though?
Wait, first of all, is it R-rated? Sometimes I don't trust. Oh my god! Oh dear god! Are you serious? Don't tell me you really dress as Halloween. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna open up my Discord.
Yeah. Just open up your Discord, lah.
Oh shit, this is
Bro,
too much.
guys, what happened to Sam Smith, guys?
Hey, they just found their true self. You know, let their inner self out, and that's beautiful in 2023. Hang on, I'm gonna find that link right now. This is for a treat. This is a treat for you guys on the live stream. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you have no idea what we're talking about audio-wise. You can go to our Discord to see it, but I don't know if you want to. You know,
trust me, I feel like that's doing yourself a disservice, but sure.
Yeah. No, you have to see this live. Okay, we're gonna. Are you ready for this? All right, Tovakin, how you doing? By the way, Edison just shared this with us. Remember, we are on the theme of Halloween and people dressing up and celebrities whenever they they represent pro wrestling. We are very excited. You know, it shows the mainstreamness of pro wrestling, right? That celebrities are into it. So we got a celebrity, mainstream, very popular singer dressing up as a pro wrestler here. This is Sam Smith
Oh dear god.
as Triple H. It's time to play the game.
Oh dear god.
Okay. To be fair, Edison, I know Edison shared this in the Discord in the WWE, but I don't think he's doing a Triple H there, lah. Like we built it up like that, but he's just doing like a yell, like a pose. It looks a little bit like the Triple H pose because he didn't spit the water.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tovakin. I think you joined in at the right time or at the wrong time, depending on who you ask.
Question is, was this at the Singapore show? Because he was just in town.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, and did you see the photos? He was walking around Orchard Road, Tangs, wearing shorts and a tank top. I mean, understandably so. Because the weather has been way too hot and he's just like, hey, screw it. I'm just going to let it all out.
Yeah, I mean, he's been letting out a lot. Well, you know what? When I think of Sam Smith, I think of Stay With Me. I think of, there was this song he did with Disclosure, which was damn dope. I can't remember the song. I don't know whether you know.
Ooh La La. Is it?
Something like that.
Yeah. No, this was before he became super famous, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, like when he was still in the British underground scene.
Yeah.
Like his music is dope. Like I mean, his voice is amazing. But,
Latch.
Yes, you know the song I'm talking about. Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
I love that song. That was my jam. Like in 2016, I think.
Did Royalty say more A-Train than Triple H? Hey man, if you've ever seen them in concert, right? Wow, amazing. They can sing their ass off. Okay, let's just leave it at that. All right, you wanted to say something about talking about scary stuff. This is scarier than Sam Smith could ever be. You want to talk about AEW? You want to address some things? Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I want to talk about some of the good stuff. Stuff that fly under the radar, right? Like we've seen stuff that like organically got over, things like Timeless Tony Storm, which is amazing, hilarious. We talk about Christian Cage, I'll praise good things, right? Christian Cage and his love of just dissing people's dead fathers.
We didn't talk about Ric Flair.
That's the point I was trying to get across, Mr. Young. Speaking of nearly dead fathers.
Oh my God, stop it. Tony, is this not Tony? Literally the way they presented it as well. Tony Khan has a present for you. Doesn't it conjure up images of a child with their action figures? Oh, and then a child, I will buy you a friend. That's literally what Tony Khan just did. We talk about how Tony Khan loves to play with his pro wrestlers as if they were toys, action figures, he's just collecting them. And they literally promoted it as Tony Khan has a present for you, Sting. And then he bought a new action figure for Sting. Like, oh my God, when that happened, I laughed my ass off, yeah.
Bro, first of all, right, it was only a matter of time Ric Flair was going to turn out with AEW. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
How can he say no to that billionaire money, bro?
Yeah.
Huh? So that one is cool. I'm not surprised. I got a chuckle. Yeah, of course Ric Flair is going to turn up with AEW. It's just a matter of time, right?
More than the billionaire money, Ric Flair, we all know. Like, love him or hate him, he loves the business. He loves to be on camera. He loves to do this shit, right? Yeah. To his benefit or to his detriment, he will go on. I think if you pay him $5, he will go. But of course, billionaire money he go and enjoy only.
Yeah, but another thing, I will try to understand this move. It makes sense to a certain extent. Sting has announced, he's on his retirement tour. Of course, you want to have like Ric Flair acknowledge him, in this final lap of his career. Fine. But one thing he said, I'm very scared, bro.
Oh.
Do you hear what he said?
What?
Ric Flair said, like, you know what? I'm just going to ride this with you all the way until your retirement.
Yes, I remember that. So, okay.
Oh, dear God.
Does it mean he's just going to be in his corner the whole way? He's going to be a recurring character, which, in and of itself isn't a bad thing. But I have a very bad feeling at some point, he's going to want to do the physicality. And for the love of God, Tony needs to finally grow a spine and say no.
Tag team match, bro. Ric Flair and Sting.
No. Like, he already had. You watch his farewell match, right? The Jim Crockett Promotions thing, and it was. Oh my God! I mean,
it was hard to watch.
We love the guy, but Jay Lethal and you can see Jeff Jarrett. They're just like throwing themselves around, trying to pretend like he's hitting them.
Oh man,
but for real though, Tony Khan, if there's ever a time to say no to a man wrestling, this is the time. For Ric Flair's sake, do not let him back into the ring to wrestle. Have him cut promos? Yes. Have him be there for appearances? Yes. But for the love of all that's holy, please do not let him wrestle.
Well, I can't help but laugh at this whole situation, right? Because you traded... Okay, I flash back to 2021. 2021, right? CM Punk debuted, The Last Dance, Rampage was a big deal. And then I remembered CM Punk said, I want to fight the heart and soul of AEW. I want to fight Darby Allin. And he highlighted Darby Allin, right? Okay, now fast forward 2 years, it's 2023. Darby Allin is in a ring with Ric Flair and Sting, and no one talks about Darby Allin.
Right.
So, is he really the future of AEW, or he getting pushed back all the way back to the past? You get what I mean?
You know what this is, right? This is our fault. I'm gonna put the blame solely on us. That we expect Tony Khan to know how to build a future star. He's shown time and time again that he has no idea. He's just playing with his favorite toys, right? He is a huge mark for pro wrestling. Nothing wrong with that. But he has billions of dollars, so he can hire them, put all his toys on display. He's not thinking about building Darby Allin up at this point.
Yeah.
If anybody gets built up, thanks to the older stars, the legends, it's because the legends want to put them over. Not because Tony Khan. Let's be real here.
Yeah. If you talk about comparisons, right, between Eric Bischoff and Tony Khan, right? Tony Khan is really like Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff didn't build any stars, in my opinion. I would argue that Goldberg wasn't built by Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
I would say that Goldberg got over from circumstance and happenstance.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, clearly was a star. None of the guys from WCW, especially the mid-carders, when they came in, became a star through WCW.
Yeah.
They became a star in other places, right? Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, blah, blah, blah. My thoughts on Tony Khan is that Tony Khan will love all these guys that come and join his company, right? But none of them will become stars unless either the talent get themselves over, or the talents are put over by the bigger stars. So I would say Chris Jericho, maybe he has the spotlight on himself, yes, but he does highlight and he does try to bring over some stars, right?
Well, yeah, he, like huge stars like AR Fox, like Mac Daddy, like Sammy Guevara, big stars that he's made in the past 3 years. And this is coming from a Chris Jericho fan. It saddens me to say. Go ahead.
So that's why, as much as people want to shit on CM Punk, I think CM Punk made MJF for sure. It was his rivalry that brought MJF to the next level.
But okay, there's the key point right there. I think MJF, let's say in a world, what if, like the Marvel show, what if there was no CM Punk? I think MJF would have gotten over anyway. But to your point, CM Punk made him more mainstream, put him on a higher echelon than he would have. He would have taken longer to get where he is without CM Punk.
Correct. CM Punk was the Bret Hart to MJF, Steve Austin, right?
Great comparison.
Yeah, he needed that final boost, right? So we need that layer of top stars to bring up people to the next level. That's why I'm really counting on Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, Adam Copeland, like all these people. They have a role for them, in AEW, but they need to build the stars.
You look at what Christian Cage and Adam Copeland are involved in. They're involved with each other, right? They have the lackeys at the side as well. Is this putting a shine on Luchasaurus? Not really. What is Nick Wayne going to be the next guy?
Too early in his career, right?
Yeah, right. He really does look like a child. He looks like a Sigina standing next to Christian Cage.
Like a YP, bro. Like a YP. No. So the problem is, right, the people that they hitch their bandwagons to are the wrong people. Christian Cage spent over a year trying to push this Jungle Boy, right?
Yep.
And this guy fucked up. Can you imagine he put the same amount of effort on Ricky Starks?
Oh.
Ricky Starks would have been on MJF's level right now.
Poor Ricky Starks. Talking about Ricky Starks. Poor Ricky Starks.
Poor guy, yeah.
Okay, you got Hobbs and Jericho now. They are sort of in a thing, right? Jericho's face. Hobbs is with the Don Callis family. Talk about Hobbs's motivation for wanting to beat up Chris Jericho.
Okay, you got to give me more context because this was the segment that I didn't care to watch.
Okay, so apparently what it was that Hobbs. Remember his old promos of how he grew up, hard life, right? Remember he literally saw his brother shot dead.
Oh, damn, yeah.
What a effed up upbringing, and wouldn't it be just so compelling if that was the story that they told? Like he just, life has given him such a bad hand that now he just wants to beat people up, right? Who has had success, right? No. You know why he want to beat Chris Jericho up, bro?
Why?
Because when he was 7 years old, he went to the wrestling show. He saw Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho was heelish to his grandmother. That's why. He was mean to his grandmother. Now that's why he come back to beat him up. I'm like, what the... Oh. Like... it has to be said, right? Like with AEW... I don't know if childish is the word, but do you notice that a lot of their storylines revolve around you are my friend. No, I'm his friend. Now, it's at some point it gets like, what are we watching here? What is this high school drama bullshit we're watching here? Aren't these supposed to be grown-ass adults?
Bro. Man. Okay, first of all, was there photographic evidence? At least MJF showed CM Punk a photo of him. You know what I mean?
No, CM Punk? You mean Jericho?
No, yeah, when Chris Jericho was in like when they were doing the feud with MJF like, really had showed a photo,
yeah,
right?
God. I can't remember. I'm not sure if there was a photograph shown, but
Can you imagine a photo of a 10-year-old Hobbs and then got the grandmother?
and then the
with
Chris Jericho
Chris
going like
Jericho.
to the grandmother.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. No, they're going about it all wrong, right? You have
Yeah.
actual killers with great stories. I remember the story Ricky Stark told about him leaving it on his car and like wanting to do wrestling. Like all those things were great. Talking about big cases, Big Bill's
Bill.
drug issues and all that.
Yeah.
Like those are real stories. John Moxley going to rehab. Those are real stories that honestly that gave a lot more layers to his character, which people will respect.
And you know what the crazy thing is also? If there's a show to talk about slightly more mature things, it's AEW. But no, all they do, you know what they use? AEW, okay, it seems like their ceiling for censorship is slightly higher, right? So they can get away. But all they do with that is say shit on air. This is how childish that mindset is. You have the ability to talk about really adult stuff because you don't have to worry about quote unquote shareholders like the WWE, right? I get it if WWE wouldn't want to broach a storyline like that, right? Because shareholders might get upset, blah blah blah. But like with AEW, they're literally going on TV. You got John Moxley saying the F word on TV just randomly, and you can't tell these stories. I mean, it just seems like it's like that childish kid who's like, I can say fuck. Look at me, I'm so badass. Like, no, you're childish. That's what you are.
Okay, bro. First of all, right, when I think of AEW, I thought like, okay, they're gonna bring back the Attitude Era vibe back, right? There's gonna be violence, there's gonna be sex, there's gonna be like, like adult storylines.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Why isn't there like sex appeal in wrestling anymore? I'm okay. WWE, I understand, right? WWE, they have to toe the line. They have to like kind of play it a bit obscure, subtle in the sex appeal. A bit
PG,
right?
Yeah. Shareholders, it's shareholders.
Correct. But AEW, they can go all out if they wanted to, right?
Correct.
And then they have a lot of beautiful girls. I'm not saying that, just throw them out there, tits and ass or TNA. No, I don't mean that.
Yeah.
What I mean is, right, like you have an alluring, like a Sable character or like they can be a great heel manager. I remember Dawn Marie was a great manager in ECW, using this sex appeal to seduce. And I don't know whether they're going to do that with CJ Perry's character, for sure. But I think back, right, look at I don't know whether you've been following the storyline, but look at the people that have been queuing up to join CJ Perry's waiting list, right? You got Kip Sabian and, Action Andretti. And I think to myself, right, these guys, right, if they try to chat up CJ Perry in the club, cannot make it also. Bro. You know what I mean? Like, they are not real men. You know
doesn't
what I mean?
Kip Sabian already have like a really, really hot wife in Energy? Is it Energy?
Yeah, no, Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford. Yeah. So,
the point is, right, I feel like they are all kids or high school kids trying to show off their girlfriends. Like, the way Jungle Boy show off their girlfriend with energy and all that. But they are not like masculine men that can get girls, any girls that they want. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that it's that whole masculine route thing, right? It's just childish mindsets all around to that point, right? Exactly. It's like they treat this like they are playing and everyone's in on the joke, wing wing, hint hint, ha ha ha, right?
Yep.
As opposed to portraying themselves or the business that they're in as a legitimate sport. Which is that's why WWE makes it as big a spectacle as they can. Because, most people know. In 2023, people are not dumb. They know that this is this is entertainment, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, 20 years ago, you can do like a wife cheating on the husband storyline and it's very salacious, but it's adult, it's mature.
Yeah, not you are my friend, I'm your friend, blah blah blah, best friend, let's hug. Once in a while,
Jim Cornette said the best way ever. He gave the best comparison, bro. He said that in the 80s and 90s, right, a 25-year-old guy looked like a 45-year-old man. But then in 2023, a 40-year-old man acts and behaves like a 20-year-old childish boy. You get what I mean?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Oh dear God, yeah. Okay. And the one last thing about Dynamite I wanted to point out. And I know you didn't watch Rampage.
Yeah.
But one thing
who watches Rampage though?
No, that's the thing. I don't watch Rampage and I'm so pissed off because I missed this really great match and this really great feud.
Okay.
You know that Santana and Ortiz had their blow-off match at Rampage this past week?
Wait, they were feuding?
No, they had a real life feud with each other, remember?
No, I remember they had a real life heat, and then they like broke up, and then they got back together for a bit, remember? And
Correct.
then now
they
they're
got back
feuding.
together and returned in All In, but then they actually still had their real life feud, and then apparently one person cut a promo and didn't tell the other guy what he was going to say in the promo, and he talked shit about him, and then it became a real life feud again online. And then apparently they managed to work it into a shoot. They worked the shoot into a work, and then they managed to like stay on the same page, like how Matt Hardy and Edge did, and then have a match, right?
Yeah.
So all that was really compelling, and I even saw like the promos on YouTube leading up to the match. It's like, oh fuck, I really want to see this match. This match was the first match on Rampage, bro.
I mean, we've said this to death. And yes, Tovakin, we talked about MJF, Kenny Omega already. Same thing. It's like you have these incredible matchups, but zero build, zero reason to watch on a show that, Collision is not Rampage, it's not dark, it's not crap, but still, right? Why not have it on a main show? Oh, hey, here's a thought, put it on a pay-per-view. Let people pay for it, but he doesn't care. He's a billionaire, so.
Yeah. Well, some AEW defenders would say, well, why not just watch Rampage,
Because it's shit. Because you have to understand, if you are a fan of the product, you're already sold. That's fine, right? You enjoy it. It's a habit. The thing is with most people on the outside who are casual fans, I would consider myself a casual fan at this point, right? We don't have the time to watch so much wrestling. And if you build the habit into me that this show is not a show worth my 1 hour, 2 hour, then I will stop watching it altogether. That's what they've done with Rampage, with Collision, and Dynamite.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw this out to our listeners here on the chat, right? If you guys could only watch 3 wrestling shows every week, doesn't matter AEW or WWE, only 3 wrestling shows, which wrestling shows will you watch? Okay, start with you, Young. What will you go for?
Smackdown, number 1. For sure.
Okay,
Smackdown is the top of the list. Second one, probably NXT. Third one, probably Raw. No, I mean, and even then, that's a huge ask. Because Raw is 3 hours late.
Yeah, exactly, right? No, okay, I will watch it and I will give like a logical reasoning behind it, right?
Sure.
I will watch SmackDown because it's a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I can watch it live. I would watch Dynamite because I have Fight TV subscription, and it's very easy and accessible to watch it.
I thought you cancelled your subscription already.
I got it back for age returning, bro.
Oh.
But I only bought it for 1 month. After the 1 month expired, I think I'm gonna
Don't.
keep it. Yeah, fuck it. I can't watch Raw because Raw like literally happens right before we go live. And I probably only can catch it like after the fact, and I only watch like snippets of it.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, bro, I would watch. I don't want to say this, bro.
What?
I will still watch Collision.
For the one-off good match, is it?
Yeah, it's also like it's crazy because I'm a big WWE fan. I would still love watching WWE, but I can only commit to SmackDown. And for some reason, right, AEW actually has the better time slot or the more accessible time slot for me personally, but they are not using it. They're not maximizing this potential fan. You get what I mean?
No, but you also have to imagine our experience of watching wrestling is very different from those in North America.
Yeah, I get it.
Because for us, it's like it happens in the middle of the day, in the morning where we have to work. So it becomes how can we find it after the fact and watch it post, air time.
Correct.
And a lot of times, once the day goes by, things get busy. I got a new episode of Loki to watch. I want to watch this other movie. By the time it's like, okay, we just just look at the highlights can already.
No, that's the thing, right? As a Singaporean, right? And you see Tovakin and Edison already kind of gave like what I'm thinking right here. Smackdown, Collision are like the easiest to watch because it's weekends for us as Singaporeans, right?
Yeah.
And NXT, I think people will watch it because of the intrigue of like,
up and comers.
It's been doing well. We got our Dante Chen there, here and there. You might never know it has a surprise. So I feel like AEW can actually get a lot of Singaporean fans, but they're not they're not reeling us in, bro. That's the question.
I don't think we are a very
a huge
lucrative market for them lah. Let's just put it that way. Maybe the rest. And at this point, the only market that Tony Khan cares about is his own self lah. Let's be real.
Speaking of toys, playing with toys, bro. Remember the most random main event from Dynamite last week, bro? You got a one-time Okada
Oh,
coming to Dynamite
yeah.
and then teaming up with Orange Cassidy to fight Blackpool Combat Club. And do you know that Bryan Danielson got legitimately injured and concussed again?
Orbital bone cracked or something like that, right? So they're setting up
Claudio.
Claudio and who? Is it Okada as well?
So Claudio is gonna seek revenge on Orange Cassidy on Wednesday this Dynamite, but he's gonna go to Japan and find Okada.
Oh, okay. Which is again, isn't Claudio supposed to be a heel, and Danielson a face, and then now he's it's whatever lah.
They fucked up their heel face dynamic. They don't care anymore lah.
Oh yeah, because to them it doesn't matter ma. Shades of grey ma. They are telling stories on a higher level ma. Please. Get over yourselves.
Well, okay, so before we go to Crown Jewel and WWE, I think we won't be remiss to say since it's Halloween weekend. Do you want to speak very briefly about Halloween Havoc last week on NXT?
I didn't watch. I haven't had time, bro. This week has been very busy for me.
I shall tell you things that you need to know. Watch.
I did watch. Okay, to be fair, actually, I did watch the main event. Actually, I did watch it. Why do I? Okay, wait, never mind. Sorry, I did watch it.
Okay, you want to check through the result and to see whether it's you really watch it or not?
Yeah. I feel like I was like, wait, did I watch it? Did I not watch it? Okay, I believe I did because that's the one where Becky Lynch dropped the title to Lyra Valkyria.
Yes, correct.
And I know we're jumping the gun, but since we're talking about it, let's just talk about it, right? I feel like there are other people who deserve the title more. I feel like Lyra Valkyria is kind of that character that's not here, not there. And maybe that's why she needs the title. She needs a prop because she doesn't stand out as much as some of the other talent do.
Yeah, do you know what's the story, right, between Lyra and Becky, right?
I mean, they're both Irish lasses. And, Lyra grew up being inspired by Becky, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, I get it. I get the storyline. I'm not a fan of Lyra, or I do not know enough about her to be a fan.
Yeah.
Or I'm not used to a character. Like, I'm thinking, like, why Tiffany Stratton is not challenging for the title again? Why, why don't we have all these previous characters come back?
I think to what I just said earlier, I think that's because Tiffany is over no matter she has the belt or not. She doesn't need the belt. So she already held the belt for a while, right? She already has the shine. Give it to somebody who needs the prop. Right now, on Lyra, the belt is a prop. On Becky, Becky was there to raise the prestige of the belt before she hands it over to Lyra. So kudos to Becky for being, that graceful veteran to, pass the torch on. But at the same time, I don't know if she passed it on to the right person. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Lyra from here on in, raises the level.
Yeah, for sure. One other thing I want to talk about is our guy, bro, Dante Chen, finally appearing in NXT, the main show after so long. Mr.
Yes, versus Lexis King, the debuting Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah. How cool is that? If you think about it, right, as a Singaporean, right?
Yeah.
How mind-blowing is that we got a Singaporean guy facing off the son of Brian Pillman?
I know, right?
That's crazy, right?
I dare say in this match, and maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think Dante Chen impressed a lot of people during this match as well, and I feel like he, more than held up his end of the bargain here and stood out.
Dante actually has been gaining kind of a fan base in NXT. I think he's like they call him the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good.
Yeah, I mean he's like the testing ground.
It's a bit of an albatross if you think about it.
Yeah, but he.
It's like being called It's like being called a good hand. Sorry, go ahead.
It is. I agree with you on that. But he was the babyface in this match. People were cheering him.
Yes.
So I'm like, whoa, okay. So he has the fans on his side, and clearly they're gonna position Lexis King as a heel, which is interesting given his history. And I thought that isn't that like a testament to WWE's faith in Dante Chen that they chose him to put over like I would say a big deal coming from AEW.
But okay, to be fair as well, right? I don't want him to fall into the Dolph Ziggler role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He becomes that guy. Oh, he's the utility player. He can go out and make this guy look good, blah, blah, blah. But will we ever push him? I don't know. I'm very afraid of that at this point. I feel like he definitely has... He needs to be given his time and space to shine.
Yeah, I mean, you see on his socials, he's been alluding that he has this partnership with Boa. Could this? You know, we were worried, right? You say like, you know what? They can't do anything. Put him with the other Chinese guy. Make him into a team, right? Remember we said this before.
I don't want to see Tian Sha part 2. I really do not. Tian Sha was like snake bit right off the bat, you know, like
yeah, exactly, right. But here's the thing. I do not see a better route for Dante Chen to get on TV than the tag team division in NXT, because the tag team division in NXT actually needs people.
But, and we've talked about this before, right? Your gimmick can't be Asian guy, Chinese guy. You know what I mean? Like, those are always, we know, those are the worst gimmicks, as in, oh, there are 2 Chinese guys together, like 2 Indian guys together, Indu share. It's like a Blair sort of a gimmick, right?
Yeah. But unless, you know, Dante, and I hope you're listening, unless you can showcase your personality or showcase a story that can resonate to the American audience, doesn't have to resonate to us. Or maybe it can resonate to us. Maybe we can throw in the chili inside joke or the lepak brother. I don't know what it is. You can have that little nod to the Singaporean audience, but you need to come up with something that, like I said, like the people in America can associate you with. And I know it's stereotypical, bro, but that crazy rich Asian gimmick, they need to play around with it, bro.
Oh, God. Do you notice that he incorporates a lot more martial arts move, like the setup to a chop, and I'm like, oh no. I get it
towards that, right?
Yeah, like that's the whole like, oh, you know, they're Asian, therefore they have to do some sort of martial arts chop. I'm like, ooh, does this still work?
I don't know. I think they're still a bit backwards in what they assume an Asian can do. Like, not every Asian can do Kung Fu, bro. I mean, what's going on, man? Come on. Yeah. Well, so as much as I'm happy that he got on, you know, NXT TV, and I hope this is a regular thing, whether, sure, he's jobbing out or putting over talents, but I really do hope that he gets a story. Because you see someone like Duke Hudson, right? 2 years ago, he was on the same level as Dante Chen. They started out around, they say they had a match against each other. But look at Duke Hudson. Insert himself with Chase University. Now he's a big part of that team.
Bro. Can I just say this? As much as I do enjoy NXT, right? I think that the worst part of NXT is Chase University. I think it's the hokiest bullshit ever. Like, it is the fakest of the fake. Look, I give a lot of shit to AEW for some of the fake shit that they do, right? So, I mean, I gotta be objective about it. Chase University looks like the fakest shit. We know they are not in a university. They're sitting in a room somewhere. They're wearing these Letterman, what do they call it? The sweaters, right?
Varsity jackets.
Varsity sweaters, jackets, whatever. They're pretending to be college students. It's so... Oh my God, it's hokey as F. I cannot take Chase University. I like Duke Hudson, I like Thea Hall, I like JC Jane. I guess JC Jane's supposed to be the bad girl in class now, whatever. But the fact that they are pretending to be in class and then doing like, I cannot with Chase University. It's the worst part of NXT.
It's cringe, it's fucking cringe. Especially when you have Alpha Academy who does the gimmick better to a certain extent. I'm not a fan. But again, it's something. It's getting them screen time. They're being pro-played all over the US on the US network.
Sure.
Give Dante Chen a shot, guys. WWE, come on. He got everything you need from an Asian star. Come on.
Sure. Tovikin says, it's an online university. Stop trying to justify this hokey bullshit. Stop it, man. Stop it.
That's hilarious, bro.
Oh my God. Talking about standouts, right? Obviously we haven't watched Raw yet, but I just randomly saw on social media that the Diamond Mine boys, the Creed brothers, they were on Raw.
Ooh, really?
Okay. Yeah, I need to find out more about that because of all, like, I love Diamond Mine, not because of their whatever, like, it was a terrible gimmick, as in Roddy Strong was the mouthpiece. That's all that needs to be said, right? But the Creed brothers are ridiculously good. Right, as a faction, and Ivy Now. Why is Ivy Now not getting pushed right now? Why is she not the champ?
She has the most interesting... She looks like a modern-day Luna Vachon, right?
She looks great. She can go in the ring, so I'm like, what is going on? Why is she sort of like not here, not there?
Yeah, and Creed Brothers feels like a bunch of Brock Lesnar regens, right? Don't you think so?
Right. Yeah, they're like slightly smaller versions of Brock, but they remind me of the Steiners. They have the Steiners vibe.
Yeah, I mean, so you literally have proper, what do you call it, like
wrestlers,
like blue chippers, right?
Yeah.
And then couple that with Braun Breaker. I mean, you're gonna have a pretty badass locker room in the next few years, right?
And you know what's crazy, right? at first when they got put together with Roddy Strong and Roddy Strong was the leader, I was like, oh, maybe these two really cannot talk. It must be so bad, their promo skills must be so bad that they put Roddy Strong as the leader. It turns out they can both promo better than Roddy Strong. So I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, let's be fair on Roderick Strong. I think he's doing great work in AEW right
just
now.
putting a stupid neck brace on.
Okay, I mean, it's hilarious because maybe he found his role in AEW. But yeah, you're right. Creed brothers, I think they can literally dominate the tag team division given the right push. Let's just hope it's more, it's more the Usos than Viking University or Viking
Raiders
or whatever it is. Yeah, let's hope it's not dead. Yeah.
Can you imagine Braun Breaker and the Creeds in a faction? I just literally compared the Creeds to the Steiners, right? And you have Braun Breaker there leading the Steiners.
Yeah, they literally have an actual Steiner there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, come, let's talk about Crown Jewel.
Okay,
already.
let's do it.
Let's jump into the premium live event that's happening from Saudi Arabia. Is it a different part? Is it a different arena?
Is it Riyadh or is it Jeddah?
No, it's Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, from the Muhammad Abdu Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Awesome.
The second Crown Jewel held at this venue after 2021. Here we go. Okay. I might have missed. I don't know if she's returned, but why does Bianca Belair have a match? Did she return on SmackDown?
Yeah, she did, bro. You missed out.
I missed it.
Okay, so she returned and she confronted Io Sky, and so she did a promo on SmackDown, and it was a bit heelish, I'm not gonna lie. They planted some seeds, right? Because he said that, usually when I have something bad happens to me, I have a loss, I'll dust it off, I'll smile, I'll go again. But I just can't help think about this loss. Think about how Damage Control humiliated me, screw me over at SummerSlam. So as he was recovering, I think she had an injury, she had a knee injury, and she was recovering from the injury, even though she was, physically recuperating, but mentally she just is like completely obsessed with revenge.
Okay.
Those were her words. So could we see a Bianca Belair official heel turn? I mean, Street Profits is just right there in SmackDown. Come on,
exactly.
Let's make it happen.
Her hubby and all that, huh? But how does Bianca turn heel, especially with Io Sky, Bayley, and Dakota Kai? Unless Io Sky, on that day tells Bayley and Dakota, I want to do this myself. One of those things, like a double turn.
I think so. I mean, generally, yes. Even though Damage Control is technically heel, Io Sky has been getting babyface reaction, and she's been wrestling like a babyface, and the crowd loves her.
Yeah, only Io, right? Not Bayley, not Dakota. So this is very interesting. So could we see a double turn here where Io, tells the rest of Damage Control, okay, I don't need you. I just want to prove something. Do it by myself, and then Bianca beats the brakes off of her. Yeah,
could be, and I don't think that means like Bianca will align with the remainder of Dakota's, the remainder of Bayley and all that, right?
No.
She will be heel, but she's still, having her issues, and like maybe someone like Bayley will pick up the spots, pick up the scraps, right? In this scenario. But yeah, Bianca has been really, really in need of a character refresh, just like Seth Rollins, and I hope this could be the start of it, because my God, can you imagine Bianca Belair as a heel going into WrestleMania? Whew.
Bianca versus Mami, because Mami by herself is getting huge face pops.
Agree. Oh, Edison brought up a great point. What if Ronaldo attends the show? Because you've been hearing rumors that WWE and TKO has been trying to make Ronaldo come and watch the Crown Jewel event. Do you hear about that?
Yes, I have. They're obviously gonna pay him a boatload of money. Look, at the end of the day, even if he's there, he's just gonna smile. He's not gonna freaking take a bump. Why would he? He doesn't need it.
He wouldn't. Okay, but first of all, I feel like this can really happen because just this past weekend, he was at the Francis
Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury boxing match in Saudi Arabia. He was there. I don't know whether he was there for UFC, but yeah, he was there for the boxing match. So this could really happen. And I tell you, if Ronaldo come and appear there, right, and Ronaldo's face on the WWE Instagram page, boom, explode. Confirm one.
That's it. They know what they're doing.
They know.
And I know this is a bit of a sidetrack too, but they did, WWE announce PLE in Germany. They're working on one in France, right?
Yes.
So
Bash in Berlin and a France. I don't know if it's a house show or is it a pay-per-view?
don't know.
No.
Something in Paris. Punishment in Paris. Bash because it's got to be B in B, then P in P.
That
Then
time
what?
you say what in Singapore?
I don't know.
What's
Siam in Singapore.
Sham Tui in Singapore.
Siam, what? Hey, Dante Chen is in the house. What's up?
Hey Dante!
We were just talking about our Singaporean son right here on the podcast.
I hope Dante, I hope you were listening to everything we said previously because we literally spent like a good 10-15 minutes talking about your reappearance on NXT.
The funny thing, right? I mean, obviously it was the debut of Lexis King, but I think we spent more time talking about Dante Chen than Lexis King.
Of course, it's a Singaporean podcast, man.
Singapore represent.
We always got Dante's back, but yeah. Hope you listened to our comments previously. Now we are going to talk about Crown Jewel, yeah?
No, but my point for bringing up the overseas tours, right, is that this is clearly Endeavor's sort of like Endeavor flexing their muscle, right? If you think about it, right? Because Endeavor, the UFC, they've been traveling all around the world doing huge events. They have all the connections. So now WWE is well placed in a great position to leverage off of that. That was the whole point of combining together with the UFC, those connections, arenas, blah, blah, blah. So now we're going to see WWE become even more global of a product.
And they were talking about how they want to use their flywheel, everything flywheel. This is literally their flywheel. They're literally having a UFC event one weekend. They're having a WWE weekend next weekend.
Perfect. It's just perfect. And one day, Singapore Slam. I don't know if they'll replace SummerSlam, but yeah, Singapore Slam. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, slinging in Singapore or like, I don't know lah. I don't know, just whoever can come up with a better name, please. I'm not the copywriter here.
Okay. Let's move on then. Let's talk about John Cena versus Solo Sikoa.
Well, I love that. How many years is it? 16 years since John Cena faced Umaga.
Right.
And we're having John Cena facing a Umaga regen, literally.
Wait, is Solo Umaga's son? No, right?
No, Solo is Rikishi's son, bro.
Oh, Rikishi's son, right? Yeah.
Younger brother of the Usos.
But I wonder, okay, I don't know if I've missed any of the, I feel like I might miss some of the promo packages. Do you think they will, like, make the comparison?
No, I mean, they haven't brought it out. I think the fans are the one that kind of like recognize it specifically.
Shouldn't they though? Like, I mean, Umaga Cena is one of the, storied rivalries in his career.
Yeah, they should. Oh, speaking of wrestlers, you got Mighty as well in the chat.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, all right. Speaking of, I mean, Mighty and Solo Sikoa. I mean, it's a great comparison right there.
Sure.
So let's talk about Solo Sikoa and why he's having this match with John Cena. If you saw Smackdown, John Cena cut a passionate promo talking about the fact that he hasn't won a singles match since 2018. How crazy is that, man? When you think of Super Cena, a guy who never lost for the longest time, and this fella hasn't won a match, a proper singles match in 5 years. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, to be fair, he hasn't wrestled that much lah. There's that caveat too. And then there was the pandemic. But yeah, sure. Yeah. It's a fun fact to bring up.
Yeah, I like it because I like that they bring up real life stats and then they can play into a story. That's my favorite. That's my favorite kind of storylines. But yeah, I love that, John Cena can come back. He doesn't need to be in the main event scene. Yeah. Now his job is to put over like upper mid-carder in Solo Sikoa. How awesome is that?
And they've been having weeks of, John Cena versus the Bloodline has been a thing for several weeks already. So it makes sense, right, for this match. Now the question is, does John Cena put Solo Sikoa over, or does he need one back on the big stage? You know what I mean? Because the last time, what was his last match? Didn't he lose to Theory?
Oh yeah, he lost to Theory, right? WrestleMania. That was his last match.
Was that the last match?
I mean, if you count, he did have a tag team match with LA Knight, right? Which he won.
Right.
Yeah. The previous one, Fastlane. But yeah, he hasn't had a full match. So here's the thing, right? If this was Vince McMahon booking, confirm plus chop, John Cena winning, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but it's Triple H. So Triple H wants to push his new stars, right? So I mean,
if Solo wins, it cannot be a clean win.
It can't be a clean win, but I feel like it also can be if Solo really destroys and demolishes John Cena, it can play into this storyline even more. The fact that John Cena can't seem to get a win, or he's really on the downturn, he's really losing his edge. You know what I mean? So it benefits both of them in a way.
So do a Brock Lesnar lah.
Do a Brock Lesnar and destroy just. I mean, how crazy would that be?
Wow. I mean, we've seen in the past that John Cena is willing to do stuff like that, but that was Brock. Solo, all respect to him, is not on the level of Brock.
But here's the best thing, right, about this booking.
Yeah.
There's genuinely a genuine argument on both sides for either Cena winning or Solo's winning, and that's great. That's great.
It makes it unpredictable. Either way.
But my money is on Solo Sikoa. I just feel like he might just destroy, and this might just make him.
Okay. I'm going to go for the safe route then. Just to have an opposing bet to you.
Cena getting the win at Saudi Arabia, yeah?
Yeah, because, he needs the big pop, he needs the fanfare, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's move on. Cody Rhodes versus, Div Royalty, pay attention, Damian Priest, Senor Money in the Bank.
Okay, I mean, we know that they all have been feuding for months and months, right? The freaking Judgment Day, but this is a relatively fresh matchup.
It is a very fresh matchup.
I'm not gonna hate it. I think it's pretty dope that you're finally getting there. But let's throw one criticism into WWE, right?
Sure.
I feel like the booking for Cody Rhodes post SummerSlam has been dog shit.
No, but I feel like he's sort of like he needs to be on the back burner for a little bit. So yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna have his little interactions. He's gonna do what he does. The focus is not going to be on him until Rumble and WrestleMania season, right?
Yeah, but I feel like there's only so many ways you can do spinning your wheels without making it too obvious.
Right.
It's really so obvious, and like it's not as if like there's nothing stopping him from challenging Roman Reigns now. You get, but like they can't really come up with a good story. Like back to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was a terrible explanation for a feud.
Right. So yeah, this is like, okay, we're buying time before his main event thing, right?
Yeah.
So okay, Damian Priest, let's talk about him. Obviously, we all have said that he deserves a title run. He's he's there right now. He looks amazing as one of the members of Judgment Day. Who needs the win more here?
Wow.
I feel like this is an interesting one. Just like the previous one, I feel like both of them don't need to win. Priest can lose, but he still has the money in the bank. He's always a threat. So by virtue of the fact that he has money in the bank, it doesn't matter whether he wins or loses. He doesn't need this win. Cody Rhodes, I feel like right now he's a bit bulletproof. He can also take the loss here and it wouldn't mean a thing. Obviously, he would not lose. He wouldn't lose clean. If he lost, it would be because Dom, because Rhea, because the whole Judgment Day thing lah.
Interesting. Well, I would say Cody Rhodes will still need the win just to keep him strong lah. Because it's like, again, Kenny Omega scenario, right? I know he's Kenny Omega, but he can't be taking losses on random pay-per-views, right?
What was his last match? Has he been losing? Oh, he lost the titles, the tag team titles, but that one was a bit like, whatever.
Yeah, so that's already, to me, it's a bad thing, right? You won the title for 2 weeks, you literally dropped it the week after, and all that awesome momentum that came out from him and Jay winning with the yeet and all that shit, all of it was, to me, thrown away, right?
Yeah.
So I think he needs to win back to kind of gain some credibility. For me, Damian Priest taking the loss is fine because he's gonna cash in his money in the bank right after, right?
Yeah.
He will get back the momentum just like that easily.
Yeah, true. So okay, I think I can agree with that. Cody Rhodes for the win right here.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship. Well, unless Logan Paul is committed to, doing the rest of... Actually, it doesn't even matter if he's committed, now that I think about it. He doesn't need to be in the WWE with the US title. He can be going around doing his bullshit other stuff, holding
the US title.
Yeah, promoting the WWE, but not actually wrestling.
Yeah, it's like what Bad Bunny did with the 24/7 title, remember?
Yeah, he just carried the thing around.
Yeah, go at Saturday Night Live, he go perform here, perform there. Yeah, I think Logan Paul would be perfect as US champion, to be really honest. And
I just talked myself into booking Logan Paul to win here.
No, but if you think about it, right, my favorite thing about Logan Paul's he had this recent boxing match, right, against Dylan, right?
Yeah.
he literally used his victory speech to start a feud with Rey Mysterio. How awesome is that?
Yeah. Bro, he's passionate about the business, and I'm sure he's passionate about the money that they're paying him. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, the fact that during his victory speech actually had the wherewithal after a shoot boxing fight to promote his other thing. I mean, you gotta give kudos to him, man. He's like a constant promo machine.
Yeah, so that's why I say you need crossover stars
Yeah.
to do shit in other places to bring eyeballs to WWE. And hey, if for some reason MJF was like a MMA champion in UFC and was like having crazy matches, I think if he was to say like promote a pay-per-view at AEW, it would be great for them, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for sure.
To Div Royalty's point, poor Santos Escobar still cannot win the US title.
I agree.
But that's fine. Yeah, I actually agree with you on this 100%. Logan Paul for the win right here. Rey Mysterio obviously doesn't need it, you know.
So my question is, will Santos be involved? Will Santos turn heel or distract Rey Mysterio?
Maybe that's the turn that we've been waiting for, right?
That's
like Santos turns. Then moving on, you have a blood feud. You don't have to worry about the US title anymore. You have Rey versus Santos to put over Santos.
I think it's perfect, bro.
Yeah, and then Logan Paul can go and do his promo work with the WWE US title and wait for the next pay-per-view for him to drop it.
Yeah. Oh man, bro. What booking? Amazing booking right there.
Yeah, man. Just give us billions and billions of dollars. We'll book you a successful show. Just gotta give us billions and billions of dollars.
Okay.
To be fair, even if you had billions and billions of dollars, we might not be able to book a successful show. I mean, Tony Khan, Exhibit A. Let's move on. I had to slide that in there.
You just had to.
Apparently, okay, I missed this, but the preliminary match. This is a dark match, I guess. Pre-show, sorry. Sami Zayn versus JD McDonald.
On the pre-show?
Pre-show. Okay lah, it's a pre-show, that's fine. Why?
No, I'm just very sad for Sami. I mean, Sami, bro. Come on. Remember this time last year, last year, he was like literally the biggest thing on WWE.
But, okay, like I said before, right? He is very much in the vein of a Kofi Kingston. It was strike while the iron is hot. He was huge because of the situation and the moment he was in. But beyond that, he's not the poster boy. Which I think he's fine with that too, you know? Like...
Well, the thing is, I like Sami, but when he was doing, I think... Was it Crown Jewel last year? Remember he had a match where he wore like the Arabic.
Yeah, it was a very a special moment lah.
I think it was early this year, if I'm not wrong. It was like, it was Elimination Chamber, was it?
I can't remember already, but I know I can visualize what you're talking about.
Yeah, shit. Sorry. Okay, if whoever can remind me, when was the last time Sami was? Oh, it was last year Crown Jewel lah.
Oh yeah lah. So last Crown Jewel lah. Yeah. That was at the height of Sami Mania, wasn't it?
That he wasn't invited. Remember, Roman was doing the press con and he said, "You all don't deserve Sami Uso."
Right.
Yeah, you know, there was a Saudi pay-per-view earlier this year. I just can't recall what exactly is it. Oh, I know. It's the Queen and King of the Ring. Remember? It's Night of Champions. Champions, bro. Yeah, when Seth became the world champion for the first time. Yeah. Okay, so. We had that pay-per-view earlier in the year, and Sami was like the biggest thing there, right? With Kevin Owens. So it's just so sad lah how he has fallen so much off the radar.
Wait, was that in Saudi?
Yeah, it was.
It was Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's a different city.
Yeah, Night of Champions was Jeddah. It was the main event. That's where they won the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, but like I said, he is that guy now that, you know, I know he's on the pre-show, Sami fans are sad, but, you know, just like your Kofi's, just like your Bryan Danielson, you know, he was the right person in the right moment to be the champion at the time. He was super hot, but now it's sort of like, okay, utility player, right?
I see, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm just saying, like, sucks for Sami, but JD McDonough, what has he been doing to justify a feud with Sami Zayn, bro?
Even you put in Dominic Mysterio would be a better match, right?
Yeah, fuck. Like, Sami, I recall, was having like a feud with Dom, I guess. I don't know. JD is like the freaking Spike Dudley of the Dudley Boys, who cares?
I think they need to give him a little bit of shine, lah. You can have your mommy, you can have your Dominic at ringside, Finn Balor ringside, so it's okay, lah. Give him chance, lah. Let him
I would
do his
take
thing.
Sammy versus Finn Balor any day, bro.
Cannot, lah. Finn is like, I want to relax also, from showing off my abs. Let's talk about the Women's World Championship Fatal 5-Way, bro. All right, here we go. We got Mami.
Speaking of Mami, yeah.
Rhea Ripley, the champion, versus Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler, who's rocking the Ronda Rousey eye pin, versus Zoe Stark versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, man. Okay, so this is, I think, another play on MJF's storyline where like everyone's gunning for Mami.
Yeah.
How are you liking Mami's booking on Raw? The fact that she's been like going around trying to recruit for the Judgment Day while doing this side quest of the women's title.
I think at some point there needs to be a proper number one contender. But we've alluded to it earlier, lah. It's probably something that they're building up towards for WrestleMania. So I it's fine. She's enjoying her time at the top right now, deservedly so as well. I mean, she's literally one of the, if not the best wrestler, male or female, best wrestler on the roster right now.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Do you feel like, again, she's spinning her wheels, or they are maximizing her to a full potential?
It's fine. I feel like it's fine because you can't have every single feud be main feuds, because if you have all main feuds, then it becomes like you don't know which one to focus on, right? So once the current main feuds wear out, this is when it's Rhea Ripley's turn to shine. So maybe now, yes, you got your side quests, and it's quite a hell of a side quest, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see her dropping the title here, obviously.
Yeah, clearly. Because I feel like, because of her being in the main event scene, mixing it up with the guys, she is kind of sacrificing her time in the women's division, and I think the rest of the women's division is suffering. But hey, put the title on someone else, like a Shayna Baszler. But let Mami run in the main event. Why not?
Okay. It's interesting you say that, because like Shayna Baszler really isn't she still quite cold? Isn't the entire women's division quite cold? It would be like giving the title to Lyra Valkyria. It's like
okay, like you said, some people make the title, some of them the titles make them. So Shayna beat Ronda clean at SummerSlam. Had the rub from that. She's legitimate now. I do not want Nia Jax anywhere near the title unless they really want to screw with us fans. And Zoe Stark and Raquel Rodriguez are not ready yet to a certain extent. So hey,
to me, that just is Rhea Ripley. And also, I mean, she looks good with the title. Let's be real. Judgment Day needs the titles. They all stand it to be dominant. I don't think it's the end of Judgment Day yet. It still has a bit more legs. And I think once they start losing titles, they all have to lose all at once.
Yeah, I mean, she looks great.
Yeah.
Period, right? But yeah, I think the Judgment Day can still run a bit more. I would like them to last all the way to WrestleMania before they start breaking them up.
Yeah, same. So I think Rhea Ripley, retains here.
All right.
I don't see any of the other ladies as the champion right now. They really don't. They are not up to that level.
Well, what does this say about the women's division, right? I don't know what else to say, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna talk about Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know where I saw this, but I think it's something that Drew said in an interview. Like he's trying to do like a Bret Hart. You know when Bret Hart was a heel in the US and a hero everybody else? To everybody else. Like they're trying to play up that whole thing of maybe it was the dirt sheets, I'm not quite sure. But like this angle they're running where he doesn't trust Jay and he's telling everybody, but they don't want to listen to him. And then like he's telling the truth, but he's being a heel for telling the truth. Like Bret Hart was.
I like that a lot. I love that a lot actually. Maybe that's the thing that's gonna bring him back to main event relevancy, right?
Yeah.
First of all, you have a legitimate champion in Seth Rollins who everyone loves, and you have people still respecting Drew McIntyre for what he did during the pandemic. This could be the perfect way to turn him heel against a beloved babyface, but still retain that code of honor, right? That he wants to portray.
Like he's a bitter babyface.
And he has reason to be. Like you believe his motivation. It is unfair that he got screwed out of his title reign during the pandemic, even though he was like the perfect champion there. So, bro, it's perfect. I mean, it's human nature, and they should play into it.
Well, here's a thought. Right? What if he wins the title? What if he has a great moment? It was a hard-hitting match. He wins. Ooh. But he gets screwed out of it by Senor Money in the Bank. Wouldn't that even push him further into this like jaded, like pissed off fella? Like I know it would suck if he wins the title for like a minute and then loses it to Damian Priest. But wouldn't that make him even more like bitter and just like,
Mr. Young, you cruel man, Mr. Young.
I know, but from a character standpoint, wouldn't that be like the thing that pushes him over the edge?
Oh, it would be perfect, man. I think he would start claymoring everyone on the ringside.
Yeah, sure, why not, right? And, like, I don't know, man. I like that. I like the idea. WWE writers, please listen to Mr. Young. Listen to Kick to the Gut.
Okay, you know what? I would I wouldn't want to go so far into that territory. But you know what? I am advocating for a Drew McIntyre win. Let's go.
Yeah, no, same. If Damian Priest doesn't do his thing, I also agree with you that I think that Drew needs to win and Drew needs to snap and Drew needs to injure Seth. Back to what we talked about earlier, Seth needs a reinvention. He needs to go away for a bit and spend a month with his kid, with Becky, whatever, take some time off and come back as something else other than, I still don't know how do you even describe him?
Bro, you know what? I would even argue, right? You brought up a great point. What if Seth retains, but that drives Drew over the edge, and then he beats the shit out of him after the match, and then they can extend this to Survivor Series where he finally wins the title?
Bro.
Okay.
The wheels are turning. I like the brainstorming, right?
Yeah.
Like what you said, Seth wins a back and forth, super close decision. Maybe it could be a thing where Drew has his foot on the rope and the ref doesn't see it. He gets screwed, right? Then Drew just beats the ever-living F out of Seth Rollins to a point of injury. Then Senor Money in the Bank comes out. 1, 2, 3, easy pin. Drew is like, I'm not going to help him. I don't give a crap anymore. I'm a bad guy now. You know what I mean? You have Seth take a couple of weeks off because he's brutalized and injured. You have Drew going into the dark side with that one move. You have Damian Priest winning and cashing in Money in the Bank. There you go. And then at some point you could have Drew versus Damian, but then guess who comes back to screw Drew out of the title win? Seth Rollins.
Okay, you know what? Perfect. Okay, let's just time code this, whoever that's listening to this podcast before you watch Crown Jewel. If Drew turns heel, or if Drew wins and then got screwed up by Senior Money in the Bank, you all must know that this happened right here first.
Yes,
podcast, huh?
we called it.
Okay. Right.
we cover all asses. We cover all bases.
We cover all of this. Our argument is very thick, bro.
Tight. Yeah, every permutation we've covered already. So there you go. But I think we basically both agreed that Seth doesn't need the title at this point, right?
Nah, I think he had a great run, but I mean, sometimes some people are meant to have year-long title reigns like Roman Reigns. Some people might just, have a short one. Why not?
Yeah. Let's normalize short title reigns. bring. I mean, look, sometimes like you know how much I think Miz is underrated, right? But remember when Miz won the title for a week? People were so upset about it. I'm like, what's wrong with that? That's fine.
Perfect.
It fit the storyline. It accomplished what it needed to accomplish. Not everybody needs to be a record-breaking title holder.
Seth is legitimately injured as well. Talking about his pain that he has in his back. He really needs the rest. Give him a rest. Get him back in time for WrestleMania season. Why not?
And what we just said, literally, you can advance so many different storylines, character development with one match. I love it.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I love it as well.
That's right, Zayden. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Yeah.
To steal a phrase from Paul Heyman. Talking about Paul Heyman, I'm assuming this is the main event. We don't know. Maybe Seth and Drew is the main event. Actually, it depends.
Oh.
Okay, if you think about it, right, if Seth and Drew is the main event, maybe that's where all these shenanigans will happen. More likely, or no, it doesn't matter.
No, I mean, they can start off the match and that be the main event. I mean, they can start off the match and do all the same shit.
Oh.
And that can have reverberations across throughout the night and then have this as the main event LA Knight.
Okay, you know why I say this, right? I think, okay, it will be, we will have to watch it to see. Because I have a feeling Roman Reigns LA Knight will be the first match.
Really?
This, I'm calling it right now. Roman Reigns LA Knight, first match, because this match will not end with a conclusive finish. Because Roman Reigns winning against LA Knight, let's say he wins flat out, right? Kills a lot of LA Knight's momentum. That's why we talked about this previously when we did early predictions. It feels like it has to be a bloodline schmoz, right? Somebody screws somebody leading up to Survivor Series. That's why I feel like this shouldn't be in the main event.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it would just be another schmoz finish, a bit annoying. Whereas if you have the Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest thing, that's like a lot of exciting things happening. It sort of escalates, ends with Damian Priest holding up the title. I think that's a more compelling finish to a PLE than the Roman Reigns LA Knight match.
It's not that I disagree with you, but the fact that WWE is booking and presenting Roman Reigns as this top star who is closing out all the main events, selling out all these arenas, they can't possibly put him as the first match, man, knowing that this is his first match in months. I mean, this is just from a business standpoint, right?
Sure. I get it as well, but it's Daddy H at the helm now. We know he loves his set. We know he wants to do creative work, not just. I don't know. Yeah, I thinking about it, I do see your point, but okay.
Yep.
Tell me how this match goes if it is the last match on the card, and LA Knight's not winning the title now here, is he?
Yeah, for sure he's not. I mean, this is not even a spoiler or prediction, but this is literally a fact. LA Knight's not going to win.
So, so back to what I said, wouldn't it be just another predictable finish? Roman Reigns wins with a bunch of interference.
What will make this interesting is Roman Reigns trying all the shenanigans, having the bloodline involved, but LA Knight still surviving, still outsmarting everyone, still lasting the distance. By the end of it, he wins the respect of the fans. But then Roman Reigns really has to beat him clean. I wouldn't say he beats him with a schmoz. He beats him clean after a hard-fought match where there was schmoz involved, but LA Knight outsmarts all the schmoz. But then Roman Reigns eventually throws that Superman punch, spear, and people will look. You know when Undertaker beat Jeff Hardy, and then Undertaker look at Jeff Hardy like, oh damn, this guy took me to my limit.
Yeah.
What the hell? Remember that match?
Yeah, but Roman Reigns is not gonna freaking hold LA Knight's hand up lah.
He won't lah. But what I'm saying is like Roman Reigns will give that look of acknowledgement to LA Knight, like, oh wow, this was a worthy competitor. And by definition, by the way, people will looking at that moment as like, okay, this is LA Knight's coming out party.
Right. And to your point as well, in that scenario, you have Roman Reigns reminding people, hey, you haven't seen me in a while, but I'm still the tribal chief. Like, I can still go, right?
Still establishing his power. You can have Jimmy Uso, on the apron trying to cause shenanigans. You can even have Jey Uso or Kevin Owens coming out to kind of like neutralize the scenario. But all of it is just giving LA Knight a level playing field. This is like Endgame where you destroy the Infinity Stones. Now it's just Thanos trying to defend himself,
Right. Okay. I see what you mean here.
Yeah.
I just feel like we've seen this finish a million times. In Crown Jewel, in Saudi Arabia, no less, right? So it's like, that's why I kind of want to see that. Yeah, we expect all that to happen. Give me Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre in the main event. But I concede to your point, and I do believe that that's probably what's going to happen, which leads into Survivor Series as well, right? So the question is, wasn't there a rumor that Roman Reigns wouldn't be at Survivor Series?
Yeah, so I heard about that as well, which is very interesting because if that's the case, right, then I will advocate for the Seth Rollins title change so that can be like maybe the rematch or whatever happens between Seth and Drew can be the main event for Survivor Series on top of a War Games match.
Correct. The War Games is settling the sort of the feud, the clan feuds, the group feuds, right? So you got Judgment Day and Bloodline versus all the quote-unquote good guys that have been involved. Yes. So Cody's going to be there, Sammy, Jay, Jimmy on opposite sides, blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and someone brought a good point. Like, if I was the champion and I was like, the head of the table, why should I be involved in a War Games match? Why don't I let my minions do the work for me?
No, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. Remember we said this a while ago. We literally called this a while ago. Roman Reigns should be sitting there, Shao Kahn style, on a throne,
Yes.
watching these guys battle it out in War Games. That's exactly what he should be doing.
Come on, WWE, give us a Shao Kahn moment. Why not have the head on the table, freaking sit there in the throne, let him be the ruler over all of WWE? Come on.
Can you imagine, right? The friggin' the fans that might be sitting around the area as well. They would be like trying to like touch the tribal chief or this.
Oh dear God, yeah. Oh, you know what? Div Royalty brought up a great point. Yes. Are we still gonna have a potential GM war with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis? That's the question.
While the GM teams are quote unquote the Bloodline and Judgment Day teams, aren't they? Oh wait, no, they're separate brands.
Yes, they are separate. Yeah, they're separate brands. Yeah.
So okay. So that brings up a good point then. So is this gonna be Raw versus SmackDown? Or maybe they will have 2 Survivor Series matches. Wait, have they even announced War Games yet, by the way?
No, they haven't officially announced.
Hey, so it might not even be War Games. It might be traditional Survivor Series. So you have Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, Team Bloodline and Judgment Day versus Team Good Guys.
Well, okay, so it depends on what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks on television. Are we gonna have Nick Aldis suddenly go up to Roman Reigns and like, hey, we need you to defend SmackDown's honor?
Okay. Right? No, but then
And
you can't. So then would be what, Bloodline versus Judgment Day? Because Judgment Day is still a Raw team.
No, that's what I'm trying to allude to. So and then maybe Adam Pearce goes out to Mommy and says like, you know what, we need to fight against the Bloodline. Judgment Day is the best opponent for them. It becomes a feud between the two of them.
Do we really want to see Bloodline Judgment Day? Like, they're both technically heel groups.
No, but the best part about, Survivor Series is that Raw and SmackDown has a bunch of both heels and faces putting aside their differences to fight the other brand, but then they can have infighting among themselves, or they can lead to a screwy finish or like a betrayal. That's the whole fun part about, Raw versus SmackDown.
That's true. Throw in NXT also, come on.
Hey, no need lah. Creed Brothers on Raw already lah.
Hey, Tiffany Stratton went. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your... We covered the card already, and everybody in chat, please let us know what is your anticipation level upon 10. How excited are you for Crown Jewel? And once again, hey, Papa H has been knocking it out of the park with these pay-per-views, PLEs, booking decisions. Like, it's... all pretty exciting stuff. Yeah.
I'm getting used to Crown Jewel as being part of like the yearly calendar already. Like it's been normalized, which is okay.
Yeah, it's become a not WrestleMania, like almost like a SummerSlam, a Survivor Series level pay-per-view, like a big 6, a big 5 now, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's good because I feel like somewhere on the line, WWE realized that okay, I can't fake all these Saudi Arabians by giving them Andre the Giant,
can't smoke them with Omas anymore. Okay, must put on proper show.
Yeah, you can't bring back like freaking Hulk Hogan and Goldberg and think this is enough. Okay, now they really want legit storylines with legit stakes.
But then again, also this one how many years already? Because it's a 10-year deal, wasn't it? 10-year partnership.
Bro, we've been 5 years in already, bro.
Okay,
2018.
Okay, so still got 5 more years. Okay, it's fine lah. They'll still do it.
Yeah. They will still hold up their end of the bargain lah, for sure. And I think the last one, the Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns did big numbers.
Yeah.
The Night of Champions was well received. So yeah, I think they keep up this streak going where they ain't gonna half-ass Crown Jewel lah. Let's put it that way.
No, they can't afford to anymore. Okay, Tovakin says 7 upon 10. I would agree somewhere around there, 7.5. I some of the matches, honestly, like okay, Io Sky, kind of cold to me. Rey Mysterio, actually, I revise. I say 8.5. I'll give it a little bit more anticipation because there are more matches that I'm actually legit like interested to see where they go with it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's definitely going to have more hype coming into this than Fastlane and Payback, the last two pay-per-views.
No, but that's the thing. Fastlane and Payback, low anticipation, high outcome, right? They'll be like, we didn't expect this to be that good, and then it was that good. So now here, you have slightly higher expectations.
Oh my God, Div, you said it right. 1 a.m. on Saturday night, Sunday morning. Holy crap.
Your boy's going to watch it on Sunday.
But I'm assured that our Discord is still going to keep popping on that that late night. So whoever is going to stay out, have fun with it. Let us know what's going on. I'll respond to you in the morning when I'm watching.
Bro, once you hit your 40s, bro, this 1 a.m. thing doesn't work anymore.
Doesn't exist.
It's like, okay, 1 a.m. is bedtime. That's what it is.
Oh dear God. Okay, you know what? My anticipation is probably about 7 out of 10.
Okay.
The things that's bringing me down is
Fair.
probably the predictability. Like maybe like knowing that Roman Reigns probably gonna retain. If okay, so my anticipation is 7 out of 10. But if they deliver on all the things that we say, they have a Money in the Bank cash in, they have a Drew Hilton, they have a freaking LA Knight surprise, then they're gonna over deliver.
Bianca
Bianca turning
Hilton.
heel.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna be worth it. Yeah.
I agree. Very quickly, I want to touch on LA Knight and how everyone is talking about like he seems like such a throwback to the Attitude Era, the way he's being presented, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing that it's fresh in 2023.
Yeah.
Is that weird? Because like, okay, what is it about LA Knight that's capturing people's attention right now? Like he is literally an amalgamation of Rock and Austin.
No, I think LA Knight has a throwback to what people love about wrestling in the first place, which is the charisma, the over-the-top characters, right?
Yep.
For longest time, wrestlers started to look like normal people, which is weird to say.
AEW.
No, it's weird to say.
Look, let's be real. It's AEW.
If you grew up and you watch Triple H and Kurt Angle and The Rock and Undertaker, people who are larger than life, wow, damn, like if they walk past you down the street, you'll be like, oh, this is a badass,
Yeah.
I look up to this guy.
Versus Orange Cassidy. I mean,
no.
With all due respect.
Even going back to CM Punk, even the last 10 years, like CM Punk is great, has a cool look, interesting, but he's just a normal sized looking guy, right? John Cena was literally the last like heavyweight.
Yeah.
So we had a decade where we have the Seth Rollins of the world, people who look like pretty athletic but fine. And then you get LA Knight, who is technically a bodybuilder's body, sure.
Yeah.
But he has the charisma, he has the fast talking skill, and he's been presented as an equal to Paul Heyman, to John Cena.
Bro, did you see how he interrupted Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns doing his his intro and then LA Knight.
He just walked past. I mean, the music helps, bro. The music, the freaking GTA music is just the cherry on top, bro.
Yeah, and then of course Roman Reigns with his look like, what the? Did he just interrupt me? How dare he? Sort of thing.
Yeah. And LA Knight, I don't know whether you play Taken, but LA Knight looks like one of the Taken characters, Taken.
I'm Taken. Brian King?
I think so. Yeah, the one with the vest and the shades. A bit like a Johnny Cage vibe, but he's basically he looks like a video game character step out into the real life with his vest, his Timberlands. Yeah. And as a hip hop fan myself, I realized that he's been quoting a lot of hip hop lyrics and throwback rap references. If you know,
didn't he throw a John Cena line one Smackdown?
Yeah, he did a John Cena line from his basic Thugonomics
rap,
theme song. And then he was quoting Wu-Tang, and he was talking about Biggie Smalls. Like, basically, right, he's invited to the cookout, bro. So all the black fans all recognize his street game.
Yeah.
So he got that fan base, which is basically the cool crowd. And then, he looks like The Rock, Stone Cold. He'll probably get the hickey Southerners crowd somehow.
Yeah. I see what you mean. He catches the attention and the vibe of just about everybody. He
got the mass white appeal, whatever.
But
white mainstream. And another thing, one more thing as well. This is also the point I wanted to add on to the fact of in AEW, I don't feel any of the boys in AEW got that flirt game strong. Like can hit on the girls if they want to.
MJF, bro. Only MJF.
But MJF is like a douchey girl that no one will be. Like he will be
the bad. He's a bit like a preppy bad boy, like.
Yeah. But the girls don't really like him. They're like, disgusting guy. But I would say LA Knight has that smooth talker like The Rock. Sure. Remember LA Knight tried to hit on someone? I think that was when he was talking to BFAB. Then he said, "I'm gonna make you wet." Yeah, or something like that.
right.
Yeah. The Rock had that appeal when he was talking to the girls as well. Like, it's basically every guy wants to be him and every girl wants to be with him. That's the vibe.
Yeah. Exciting times, man, for LA Knight. I don't know when his time will be it. Remember, we called it a few months ago. I want him to win the Royal Rumble. So this is not his time yet. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. Let him win the Royal Rumble. Let him beat Cody at the Royal Rumble. And
let him beat Damian Priest for the heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it is, Royal Rumble is his time. Not now. Everyone chill. It's not his time just yet, but when it is his time, it'll be huge. Maybe at WrestleMania, maybe he could be like that. They're building him. They're like, all right, WrestleMania is right around the corner. Let's give him that WrestleMania moment.
You know what? He's 41 years old. I still think that in this current generation, 41 is still okay. I think. You have people like Christian Cage at 50 is still killing it. Yeah. I think 41. I think it's enough to have at least a 5-year run as a main eventer.
Doverkin says basically he got Riz.
Yes, that's the point.
And then Fia says something else. It rhymes with Riz but starts with a J. I'm like, what?
Guys, come on. This is still a PG show. We try to keep it PG on YouTube here.
Oh, by the way, I learned a new term yesterday. I was talking to like some younger people. I feel like an old fart.
Oh dear, what's happening to the young?
So, and they were talking about somebody they know being very prego. I'm like, huh? Is it prego? Prego. I'm like, prego. And then when they described the way they were, I didn't want to sound like an ass and ask, what the hell do you mean by prego? It's aggro but passive aggressive. Prego or somebody. Okay, Doverkin, I know you deal with kids a lot. Is this the new hot term?
Isn't prego means just pregnant?
It's like a shortening of passive aggressive, because aggressive you say aggro, right? So you put a P, prego lo? Passive aggressive prego. Is that a thing? Someone who's younger, please tell me. Gen Zers. Do we have any Gen Zers in the house? Please tell me.
God. Prego, bro, it's pregnant what? No. It's either that or that spaghetti sauce bread. I don't know. Right?
Prego, T-R-E-G-O. Yeah.
Prego. Well, oh my god, I'm thinking about like groceries, bro.
Doverkin, is that legit? Do the kids say pagro? Pagro, thank you. Pagro, passive aggressive.
God, the spelling is called
pagro. Prego, alamak, pregnant.
You guys are just lazy. You're just mixing and matching words just to make sense.
Oh my god, Doverkin says it's not new, bro. This is how old we are, bro. Pagro has been around for a long time. Passive aggressive. And I learned it yesterday. I don't know why, I just randomly had to bring that up. Don't be pagro, bro.
to be fair, I only learned the word Riz earlier this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know what?
I follow a lot of TikTokers, so I see the word Riz pop up a lot.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of guys being smooth on the internet, and then they're like the Riz game strong.
Yeah, he got the Riz or whatever.
Or the Empire Strikes Back or whatever shit like all the Riz all come in, all the puns come out.
Wait, Doverkin, what was the one you taught us the other day?
Why is he teaching you? What lessons has he been teaching you?
Because Doverkin is a lecturer, so he deals with a lot of these Gen Zers.
I see.
So now,
where does Doverkin teach? I need to understand the context.
In his real life, he's a teacher. In this community, he's teaching us what the kids are saying.
I see. Wait. Are you a teacher of secondary school kids or primary school kids?
No. Tertiary.
Oh, uni kid, poly kids. Okay, cool.
Tertiary. Kids. What was I forget? But anyway, thanks for everything.
Thanks for the random 2 minutes of Gen Z lingo that we can learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the word of the day is pagro. Passive aggressive pagro. Use pagro today in a sentence.
Amazing.
For example, Tony Khan was being very pagro. I don't know. Whatever lah.
Bro, Tony Khan is just everyday. He's just.
I know. Tony Khan lets out his pagro side on Twitter on a constant basis. There we go.
Tony Khan ain't got no Riz.
He just got the billions and billions of dollars to buy all his action figures. Okay, that being said, let's wrap things up. It's 2:07. We should get out of here. Everybody go and enjoy Crown Jewel. Next week we'll have a special show as well, because not only are we reviewing Crown Jewel, but we're going to be previewing Grapple Max. They are having their big anniversary show.
Oh my god, you know what? It's only less than 2 weeks since their previous show, and they're going to go full steam ahead with their 11th anniversary show. So we should probably have a very special guest on the show to preview the card as well.
who may or may not have thrown you under the bus recently, but we'll...
Hey, what are they? What? Don't be so pegro, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
That being said, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, drop by the description to check out our Discord, check out Patreon as well. Everybody have a great week of pro wrestling ahead. As always, it's Mr. Young.
And it's foreign in the building. Take care.
Let me see you try.